YouTube. It is Friday. Happy Friday. What? All right, I'm super excited. It's Friday. Well, you guys know me. I'm always excited. Just sunny vibes. I mean, why not? Life is too short to not be sunny vibes. Anywho, welcome to Beaming Light. Beaming light stands for bold, enlightened, aware, mature, insightful, nurturing, grateful. Light is loving, intelligent, generous, honest, and tactful. Oh my gosh, I almost didn't remember myself. So, guys, I always connect a song to the videos because, God will place it on my heart what I should talk about. And today, God has placed it on my heart to talk about. There's a question of my heart. You've got it. It doesn't belong to anyone but you. I'm not a singer, but Matrimony by Wale and Usher. Let's get into it. Matrimony. Everyone, love is just a beautiful thing to experience in life. It's amazing. It's kind, it's compassionate, it's God, because God is love. And a while back when I had Instagram, I made this video and I said that, with love, it's like you have to take chances on love at times because you just never know when you're going to get that opportunity again, right? And sometimes people will reject love because they're not ready for it or because they're going through some things, and that's okay, but that just means that that's not the right person, right? I feel as if no matter what you're going through, what just happened or what transpired, I understand people need time to heal. But also, like, when you are securing yourself, you know when it's right. Like, you just know. So, I like to always draw my personal experiences. And I thought about this morning. So, God has shown me love can be connected to property. And what I mean by that is, you guys ever heard that song, "Get Down with OPP, yeah, you know me," by Naughty by Nature, right? So, OPP stands for other people's, privates. You know what I mean? But it can't be other people's property. Like, if you love someone, you can't be for somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for instance, like my personal experiences. I'll connect it to the property in just a second. So I was married very short term. We got married for like a really crazy reason, but I thought I knew him and I can trust him. So, like Beyonce said, it was you, so I was cool with it. But in the end, it was just like, there's a lot of shaky things going over here for me. Like, your foundation isn't too steady. I'm gonna have to, and when he was like, I want the divorce, I was like, perfect, let's do it. Let's go for it. Like, this is what you want. Let's do it. Like, let's go. But I would say that, like, when I look at my short-term marriage, I look at that as a short-term rental, right? And I say that because it was like, he was OPP. He was for other people. Like, he was for the streets. And it's fine. Be for the streets, but you just can't be for the streets and be for me. Like, that's not going to work. Like, that's not matrimony. That's not, if it's a question of my love. It's not the same. It doesn't work like that. Houseway, it doesn't. So, he was just short-term property. So if I have to compare that marriage to something, I would say that was my Airbnb marriage. Sorry. It was Airbnb marriage. It was very short-term, very short-lived. So I'm looking when the time is right. I'm not looking. I'm not going to say that. God is going to place someone in my life when the time is right. And it's going to be a stable foundation. It's going to be a long-term investment marriage. It's going to be a mortgage marriage, right? It's going to be a marriage where you're paying into that. You're doing the work on a house to keep up your property and make sure it's maintained. Hold on one second. You want to go outside? Sorry, dog. Where you're doing the work on the property and you're making sure that it's maintained, right? And it's not going to be for rent. It's not going to be OPP. It's going to be for you. You're going to maintain your property yourself. You're going to put the work in. If you have trouble maintaining it, then you're going to go get help, outside help from people you can trust, right? So when we talk about outside help in our marriage, we're talking about counselors, therapists, trusted friends, maybe a spiritual advisor. But you have to be careful with getting advice from friends and family, because let me tell you something. Just because people have been married for a long time doesn't mean that they're necessarily happy. I need to say that again. I don't think the people in the back heard me. Just because you've been married for 40-some years and y'all have experienced the shakiness doesn't mean that you are happy. And just because you're married and you got a couple of kids, that don't mean that you're happy. You could be married to somebody that's OPP. You got to check your spouse. Are they OPP? And this is what I hate about OPP too. When we talk about OPP, I hate that, especially for women, I'm going to hold us accountable, because I don't do this. And I feel like a queen is never going to get out of her place. When I was married, one of the OPPs one of the people that my OPP was dealing with, my Airbnb rental, got out of the line several times with me. And I never responded back to her. I never engaged with her. I never said anything. I just let it fly. I was like, okay, whatever. Because at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know what he's telling you at all. I don't know what he's saying to you. He could tell you he love you to the moon and back and he gonna be with you forever. I don't know what he's saying to you. I don't know the history that y'all have between each other. It seems like they've been OPPing for a while. So I don't know what the history is. I don't know. I didn't want to get into it. So my whole thing was like, if that's what you want, go do it. But don't put me into it. Baby, if you want to be for the streets, I say spread your legs and fly them streets. Fly them streets. Do it. Go, fly the streets. Spread your legs and fly. Do what you want to do. But you can't be OPP and be for me. No. That ain't going to work over here. It's only going to be matrimony. This is long-term investments. This is, we putting the work in to remodel the house, and we're adding on. We're getting an addition. Not adding on as far as like OPP, but I mean adding on like we're doing things bigger. We're doing things better in the marriage. We're continuing to building a foundation with each other. So queens, I challenge you, don't get out of line with the other woman. For what? What's the point? What is the point? Because if he's OPP and he needs to spread his legs and fly in the streets, let that baby fly. Let that baby fly. Because what are you gaining out of going and checking every woman that you think he is OPPing with? What do you gain out of that? Because at the end of the day, he's not going to change. He's still going to be OPP. So you got to figure out. You on Matrimony, I'm going to have to add OPP up in here. Where's my marker? Matrimony or OPP. Matrimony or OPP. What you going to do? You can't do both. You got to pick a side. Pick a team and stay there, okay? So you want to either have an Airbnb short-term investment, a short-term rental, like I had, which I'm not proud to say that I had it, but it happened. It was an experience. But I can say, as I was saying that he was the love of my life, he really ended up turned to be into the lesson of my life, and the divorce was a huge blessing in disguise, right? Like I found myself again. I'm back to Danita. I'm back to things I love to do in my space, feeling comfortable and safe in my surroundings, secure. I don't want to be with anyone where I have to question if I'm important, if I have to question if they love me. Because my love is unconditional. But I don't want to have to be with someone that is like, I'm constantly like feeling stressed. That's not happiness. Like, who wants to live like that? We have to get out of this image space, hold these OPP people accountable, whoever they are, whether it's a man or a woman, because women step out too. You know, they do. It is what it is. So we have to hold these OPP people accountable. They need to go and heal. figure out their childhood wounds, heal, or figure out why they're avoidant before they come to someone who is secure and wants that. Like a lot of people, not everybody wants to be OPP. Some people really truly want that matrimony, and like they are getting distracted by OPP. So I know the message is a little all over the place today, but to draw it all back in, tied together, matrimony or OPP. You want an Airbnb rental? Do you want a mortgage that you can build a solid foundation, pay your mortgage all every month, and put the work in to make things work? It's either or, people. And what is really crazy is people don't understand how this relates so heavy to that spiritual warfare that we're battling. This is because if you are OPP, you can't love anybody. So you're not of God. If you are OPP, you can't love anybody. So you're not of God. It's a bigger picture here, people. Remember, spiritual warfare. Matrimony, God is love. OPP for the streets. Be the devil out here. That's what you want to do. You want to spread your legs and fly on the streets? Honey, go do it. Just don't do it over here. All right, you guys. I went off on a little tangent today, but I don't know. God placed it on my heart, and I hope that it made sense to you. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm open to feedback, questions. Thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful and beautiful day. Sunny vibes. Spread love, light, and positivity. And remember to always pay it forward, not just with money, but with kindness. Take care.